Good morning, everyone. And even in the back, good morning, everyone. I'm Scott Atkins. I'm the city manager here at the City of Roseville, so I want to thank all of you for being here bright and cheery this morning. And inside, where the weather is much better than how it looks outside. Spring has sprung, and with spring every year comes our annual Student Government Day. So on behalf of the mayor and the city council, we appreciate all of you being here this morning. With that, again, thank you all for coming this morning. I'm sure that you're going to have a great time. We've got a few little challenges that we're going to throw in every now and then, but it's going to be a fun day. And without any further ado, I'd like to introduce to the podium our mayor, Mr. Robert Taylor. You're all set.
Okay. Well, once again, I want to welcome everybody here. This is a fun day for all of our city employees, all of our council members. And it's a great learning experience for all you young folks to come in and learn about our city government and how we operate and how some of the positions in the city are ran. So I want to welcome everybody. And with that, I'd like to bring Samantha up here, or Miranda up here, Miranda Rumpfelt, because I got something for her here because she's not getting off easy today. She thinks she's just going to cruise right through. On behalf of the city of Roseville, I want to present you the key to Roseville. Take good care of it. You're only going to have for a day. So you do what you got to do for this whole day, all right? So Samantha's going to be in charge here, folks. So hope she's not, or Miranda, I'm sorry. I got two girls over here, and I got Marcus over here. So we're going to have a lot of fun today, folks. So enjoy the food. And not only that, I'd like to thank Virginia and the staff here that are preparing, had our food prepared for us today. So if we can give them a round of applause. And remember, folks, it's going to be on TV, so when you get home, when it does come on, I'm sure we'll be able to find out from Mr. Atkins or someone here when it'll be shown on TV. I think Virginia will be able to help us out. And with that, I think we're going to have Mr. Lipinski. Mr. Lipinski is going to come up and do the invocation.
First, once again, just want to welcome all the students, city and school administrators. If we could bow our heads in the name of the Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Dear Lord, please bless these students, our future leaders of our city, country, and the world. Bless us, O Lord, for these thy gifts, which we are about to receive, through thy bounty, through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen.
City Council meeting for April 20th, 2017 to order. Can we all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Madam Clerk, can we have roll call?
Mayor Miranda Roman.
Yes.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Samantha Avery. Here. Councilman Marcus Fresh.
Here.
Councilman Christian Jackson.
Here.
Councilwoman Alyssa Monsky. Here. Councilwoman Alyssa Rogers.
Present.
Councilwoman Jasmine Staples.
Present. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Are there any items the council wishes to have removed from the consent agenda and placed on consent agenda action items? Samantha Abrams.
Yes, I have some questions about the disbursement list. On page 2 of 4, under Downtown Development Authority, we have the Jammin' at the Junction ad margin for, we are spending $2,000 and $62.50 on that. Can you explain to me what that is?
The Jammin' at the Junction is a car show downtown, and the costs are offset by registration and donations.
Any questions?
I also have a question. On page 3 of 9, under purchasing, we are spending $124 on a pencil sharpener.
It is also other supplies. It only limits the amount of characters we can fit. We also ordered pencils, pens, highlighters, and folders.
Okay.
Is there any other items council wishes to discuss under the consent agenda? Can I have a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I approve the motion of the consent agenda.
I second that.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is the approval of request for abatement. Item number 1 is resolution on abatement of public nuisance 26051 Bellinger. Caitlin Kodlniski.
I'm gonna have to refer that to the city attorney.
This property is vacant and has been red tagged by the city since June 11th, 2004. We have had ongoing property maintenance issues with this property since 2005. This property has condemnment approved and signed at city council meeting of October 13th, 2009. There are expired permits for work that has not been completed from 2010 and 2004. In its present condition, it poses a threat to the health and safety and welfare of the general public and should be removed as it is a public nuisance.
Can I have a motion to approve the request for abatement?
I make the motion to approve the resolution on abatement of public nuisance 26051 Bellinger.
I second that motion.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we'll move on to the next item on the agenda, which is presentations. Presentation of 25-year service award to Philip Longewell, Information's Service Director. Should I go down there?
Good morning, Mayor and Council. My name is Philip Longewell, Director of Information Services, and I'm very happy to be here this morning. Our department maintains the city's network infrastructure, all computers and mobile units, including both hardware and software. We also maintain our website, cable channel equipment, and the entire phone system as well. We are proud to support all of our employees and continue looking forward to future technology enhancements. Thank you. If there are any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. Thank you.
Nice job.
Yeah, Philip.
There's a couple things to explain what Philip has done. Philip began his career with the Roseville Department of Public Services on March 12, 1992 as a mechanic. For the next 13 years, he worked various positions in the Department of Public Services and Building Maintenance before transferring to a PC administrator position in the City Controller's office in January of 2005. Philip then transferred to Information Services in January of 2006, where he worked his way up to Assistant Director in 2008. He was then promoted to Director of Information Services on July 1st, 2010. Philip has proven himself to be a fine leader and dedicated employee. Many people who have worked with Philip know he's always one to make you laugh. Congratulations to Philip on his 25 years of service to the City of Roseville. The next item on the agenda is the hearing of the public. The hearings of the public are designated public commencements on agenda. Items will only be heard at the first hearing. Second hearing of the public will be for any city business. Upon approaching to the podium, please state your name and address. Address the chair. You are welcome to direct questions, input information, and/or express opinions to the council. Anyone using inappropriate language will be called out of order and will correct their language or leave the podium. Limit your remarks to 3 minutes. Anyone not adhering to these rules will be called out of order by the chair. The next item on the agenda is new business. Request approval per section 14(4)C of the city charter to publish notice regarding placing delinquent water bills on tax rolls for collection. City Manager Caitlin Kotoniski.
It is a little over 132,000, and for the rest, I'm gonna refer to one minute, sorry. Refer to the city clerk.
Brooke Puckett. Are there any questions for Caitlin or Brooke? Okay. What are the wishes of the board?
I make the motion to approve section 4.4C of the city charter to publish notice regarding placing delinquent water bills on the tax rolls for collection.
I second that motion.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. The next item is request approval to conduct the 3rd annual Rose Fest Summer Festival at Veterans Memorial Park, June 8th through 11th. City Manager Caitlin Kotoniski.
They have all their license and permits and everything's ready.
Are there any other questions for Caitlin?
How much was this cost?
We do not have that right now, but I can get that for you right away.
Any other questions for Caitlin? Okay. What are the wishes of the board?
I make the motion to appeal the request to conduct the 3rd annual Rose Fest Summer Festival at Veterans Memorial Park, June 8th through 11th.
I second that.
Okay. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. The next item is request awarding of bid for the purchase of one Pearson Forester pumper fire engine. Caitlin Kotoniski.
It is a budgeted item and it is funded by a federal grant. And for any further questions, I will refer you to the police or the fire chief, Piketowski.
Are there any other questions? Okay, what are the wishes of the board?
I make the motion to approve the request for the Pierce and Forster pumper.
I second it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Next item on the agenda is appointments. I have an appointment, which is Teresa Huck, Beautification Commission. Unfortunately, she's on vacation in Florida, but I still need a motion to approve Teresa Huck to the Beautification Committee.
I make the motion to approve Teresa Huck's Beautification Commission.
I second it.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? The next item on the agenda is reports of department heads. Could I have the assessor to the podium?
Good evening, Mayor and Council. Our department has just finished working on 2017 assessment and roll mailing out assessment notices to all of our property owners. Property value in the city has been increasing rapidly throughout the past year. Currently, the average sale price for a residential property is $81,050, which is up 13% compared to last year. For the 2017 tax year, all property classes increased in assessed value by the following percentages. Residential, 9.14 increase. Commercial, 3.88 percent increase. The industrial, 5.98% increase. Our 2017 March Board of Review will be meeting on Monday, March 20th, Tuesday, March 21st, Wednesday, March 22nd, to allow taxpayers to protest their 2017 assessment. I'm glad to answer any of the following questions. Thank you.
Next, could we have the building director to the podium?
Good morning, Mayor and Council. I would like to update you on building department activities and construction projects throughout the city. Our code enforcement staff completed over 20,000 inspections. The department issued almost 5,000 permits. The staff processed over 1,850 rental property registrations. The City of Roseville continues our building department shared services program with St. Clair Shores, which accounted for over $230,000 in revenue. We are currently negotiating to include rental inspections and the services shared. Some notable projects include, we are currently reviewing plans to renovate the Sears store at Macomb Mall to add an at-home store. The investment is expected to be over $3 million. American House on Common Road is adding a second phase to the expansion of their Common Road location. Sam's Club is planning renovations to their existing location. And we are currently in discussion with a developer to bring a 4-story hotel to Roseville.
Are there any questions for the building director? Next, could we have the consulting engineer to the podium?
Good morning, Mayor and Council. I'm Ken Thompson for engineering. This year, we will reconstruct Wilford Street from Massachusetts to Kaufman utilizing community and economic development. We will reconstruct Pinehurst from Fraser Road to Marquette Street using local road funding. Gratiot from 8 Mile to 11 Mile will be resurfaced, and the water main on Utica from Gratiot to 12 Mile will be replaced. The City of Roseville applied for TDDF funding to reconstruct Sturgeon Street. The yearly maintenance programs are pavement, water main patch, and joint seal program. As needed, engineering department also reviews all civil engineering plans for projects such as the Kroger Fuel Station and Lucia Landscaping Development. It also inspects installation of all program sewer installed for these projects. Is there any questions?
Sam?
You mentioned reconstructing roads, correct?
Yeah.
How long should that take?
That varies on the road.
Thank you.
Okay, is there any other questions? Next, could we have the consulting engineer to the podium?
The controller.
Next one.
Or, I'm sorry, the controller to the podium. I was like, Kenny is. Hello.
Hi. The Controller's Department has the latest budget for your approval. This year's budget is about $2 million greater than last year's, almost $38 million. Even though the economy is improving, we are bringing in the property taxes to their full extent. Unfortunately, the raises will not be happening. The new vehicle will have to wait. The fire department's Dalmatian will be put up for adoption. And we will be having a combined garage sale and bake sale to raise enough money for next year's payroll. Even though the future is grim, the city of Roseville has come together to be a wonderful place. Thank you, council, for that.
Is there any questions?
No.
Alyssa?
Who's going to provide the baked goods for these bake sales?
The community.
Is there any other questions? Okay, next, wait, oh, Sam?
How will we get out the advertisements for this bake sale?
Flyers will be made.
Any other questions? Next, could we have the district court judges?
Excuse me.
What?
Who's got those brownies?
I second that.
Who's got the brownies? Are you guys selling brownies? They
I
said
think
that
you're
somebody
gonna have to
said
conclude your remarks.
I got my card.
I think I'm gonna have to call the police.
Help them out.
No, that's okay. You guys are under control.
We're gonna
To the
do
podium.
something about this. Brownies, brownies. Can we have a new police chief?
Okay, now could the judges please go to the podium?
What's happening? What's happening?
Would you like to explain what you have learned today and what you're doing?
I mean, did some arraignments, you know, put some people, had to pay some fines. And there's nothing to read up here, so I don't know what you guys.
Is there anything currently happening in your department that you would like to speak on?
No.
Okay. Are there any questions? Okay.
I don't think we can ask him questions. He doesn't know.
Next, could we have the DPS director to the podium?
Hello, I'm Lauren Burns. I am the Director of Public Services, and I oversee the Water Department, Highway Department, Forestry Department, Maintenance Department, and also Building Maintenance. The Water Department is responsible for the repairs of water main breaks, the inspection of water mains, and fire suppression, and the water service on all major projects, and performing stakeouts for missed dig requests. The Highway Department, under SAW grant, all manholes are being located in number for GIS mapping. This project is almost complete. They are responsible for plowing Gratiot, Little Mac, and all residential streets, patching the road repairs, planting and maintaining trees on the right ways of Gratiot, set up in preparation for all major events. The Mechanics Department is in charge and repairing of maintaining all the vehicles in the city, including police and fire. Building maintenance is in charge of maintaining all city buildings, as well as monitoring and cleaning the companies.
Are there any questions? Next, could we please have the Director of Information Services? Sure.
Good morning, Mayor and Council. My name is Philip Longuel, Director of Information Services, and I am very happy to be here this morning. Our department maintains the city's network infrastructure, all computers and mobile units, including both hardware and software. We also maintain our website, cable channel equipment, and the entire phone system as well. We're proud to support all of our employees and continue looking forward to future technology enhancements. Thank you. If there are any questions, I'd be happy to answer them.
Are there any questions? Next, could we please have the Fire Chief to the podium?
Good morning, Mayor and Council. We are proud to announce that we have received a National Mission Lifeline Gold Award from American Heart Association, one of the only 4 departments in the state of Michigan. We would like to remind everyone about the weather safety. During bad weather, we have to be aware of down power lines. Please remember to keep yourself, family members, and pets far away from them and fences that may conduct electricity. Be aware of tornadoes. If a warning comes, you should get to your basement. If you don't have a basement, you should go to the center of your home, far away from windows. Happy to answer any questions from the Mayor or Council.
Does anyone have any questions? No? Next, could we please have the library director to the podium?
Good morning, Mayor and Council. Since this time last year, the big news is that the residents of Roseville generously passed a millage increase for the library. With this additional revenue, the library now offers more technology, programs, and materials for the residents of Roseville. Residents can access mobile printing, and we just purchased iPads for the teen area. The sizes of the book, DVD, music, audiobook, and magazine collections have increased. The number of programs we provide for residents of all ages has grown, including coding for kids, summer job searching tips for teens and consumer, health and law information for adults. The summer reading program, Build a Better World at the Library, will offer many more programs than in past years. The library archives continues to grow as we accept photos and documents about Roseville's rich history. The librarians are spending more time teaching residents how to determine what online and printed information is accurate and reliable, and we offer the mobile app Book Mine to access the library catalog, news bank database for local news, and you can check out library events, programs, and services on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and our website. I hope you'll stop by your library. Thank you.
Is there any questions? Next, could we please have the Parks and Recreation Director?
Good morning, Mayor and Council. Now that the weather is warmer and more residents are using the parks, we have seen an increase in vandalism in the parks, as well as people not cleaning up after their pets. Residents can help control vandalism and keep their parks clean by taking an active role in keeping an eye on the parks and carrying a bag to clean up after their pets when they walk them. Anybody witnessing or knowing of anybody damaging park property, please call the Recreation Authority office at 445-5480 or the Roseville Police Department at 775-2100. Mark your calendars for our first annual vendor show and Taste Fest on Friday, May 12th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the Recreation Authority Center. Over 60 vendors will be displaying and selling their products, and you can sample delicious food from 10 local restaurants. The Recreation Authority is once again sponsoring the Walk Michigan program to encourage fitness and promote healthy lifestyles with the walking program. The walks begin at 6 p.m. on Tuesday, June 20th at Spindler Park in East Point, and Thursday, June 22nd at Veterans Memorial Park in Roseville. The walks will continue every Tuesday at Spindler Park and Thursday at Memorial Park through July 27th. Finally, we would like to thank the Roseville Dairy Queen for sponsoring our T-Ball League again this season. We are again accepting registrations for T-Ball for boys and girls ages 5 and 6. Register by May 5th to receive a $15 discount, and the final date to register for T-Ball is May 19th. Thank you, and I'd be happy to answer any questions that you might have.
Is there any questions? Nope. Next, can we please have the police chief to the podium?
Hello. The police department is doing really well right now. Our budget is on point, and we will keep trying to protect this city as much as possible. And as you can see, some people come in crazy to disturb us, and I step in and I took care of it. He's not getting brownies, by the way. No. And yeah, we're gonna keep trying to protect this city. Any questions?
Is there any questions?
Marcus.
So, I'm just exploding with questions right now.
Go ahead.
Oh, first thing is, when I talk to my police chief, I don't really want to hear we try to protect the city. How are you guys trying to protect us in your sort of way, so to speak?
Always on patrol, always keeping watch of people in the city, making sure that nothing's happening.
Excuse me, gentlemen, ladies. I have a very major problem here. My twin brother was just here, and he was thrown out. And he
Excuse me, I think you should conclude your remarks.
What we have to do here today, sir, I'm going to file a lawsuit against the city and against you, unless you want to give up those brownies right now.
No brownies, sir.
Excuse me?
There's no brownies.
Okay, can I get your card, please? Like every good attorney, I've got cards. If you ever have any problems, feel free to give me a call.
Police chief, do your thing. Let's see it. Protect the city.
You violated my brother's constitutional right to free speech. You did that to me before my brother. You got no brownies.
You're not getting no brownies. You can talk out here.
I know what my brother does. He'll sit down if I bring him back in here.
Well, don't bring him back in. 'Cause I'm
Okay.
gonna take him out.
I come back again with no brownies. What kind of food is
Thank you, Police Chief.
That's what I like to see.
Okay. Did that answer your
Protecting the city.
question, Marcus Fresh?
Very well.
Defend the city.
Okay. Wait. Jasmine, would you still like to ask your question?
Yes, ask it.
Yes, my question is, can you define what on point means when you described your budget?
Our budget is good. Like, our expectations for the budget is, like, there's not over or under. We're on point.
Okay. Is there any other questions?
Great.
Alyssa Rogers, please.
So on point means you're not purchasing $124 pencil sharpeners?
No, we're not doing that.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Okay. Any other questions? Christian Jackson.
What are you doing about the vandalism in the parks?
Trying to catch the people doing it. We're cleaning it up, making sure that's not happening anymore. People are doing it, are just ruining our city. And I'm here to protect it.
You sure about that?
Yes, I am 100% sure.
These men who just came in, did you take care of them and
Oh, yeah.
you got them?
They're gone.
Okay.
Don't even worry about them.
All right, 'cause-
Not that important.
Any more questions?
No.
Okay. Next, can we please have the treasurer to the podium? We can mess with her.
Good morning. I'm Katrina Archambault, and I am City Treasurer for the day. I took over at 7:30 this morning, and the first thing I did was have breakfast. Someone paid for a permit with an unsigned check, so I sent it back to building. I expect a full report from Dylan Samosky, wherever you are. I expect that report. Then I revamped the treasurer's office. As you may know, the treasurer's office takes in all the money that comes into the city of Roseville. We get checks from the federal government for firefighters and ambulance runs, from state government for revenue sharing and roads, and from Macomb County for delinquent taxes. In fact, we are anticipating a check from the county for delinquent taxes on real property for $1.2 million sometime next week, which will close out the 2016 tax year. In case you guys didn't know, that is a serious chunk of change. We also get citizens coming in every day to pay water bills, buy leaf and garbage bags, and purchase building permits or business license. We get money collected by the library, the court, and the recreation authority. Next month, we will begin to prepare the summer tax bills and send them out July 1st, and residents can come in, mail, or use our convenient drop box to pay those. We are also seeing increasing numbers of people, especially young people, make electronic payments using the link on the city website. Thank you for this opportunity to update you on the treasurer's operations. Come by and see us sometime and bring us some money. That completes my report. I will be happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions? Jasmine?
You said you started this job at 7:30 a.m. this morning. Are you fully qualified for this?
Yes.
Can you prove that?
No.
My favorite.
How many years have you gone to college for this job?
None.
Any more questions? Okay. Yeah? Okay, Jasmine again.
Do you have a high school degree?
Not at the moment.
Interesting.
Any more questions? Okay. Thank you to all the department heads. Now could we have our reports from administration? Could we have a report from the city clerk?
The city clerk's office is in the process of hiring entry-level police officers and preparing for the upcoming Fraser Schools election to be held on May 2nd, 2017. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
Is there any questions? Thank you, Madam Clerk. Could we have the reports of the city manager?
Okay, I just wanted to assure the council that once again, it wasn't just the pencil sharpener that was $124. We purchased other items. And on for other news, it is severe weather month, so everyone be careful. Shout out a happy birthday to my sister. Early happy birthday. And then there is going to be a flash mob in the parking lot following this meeting.
Okay, is there any questions? Samantha Averett.
Can we participate in this flash mob?
Yes.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay, thank you. Caitlin, could we please have a report from the city attorney?
As council is aware, we went to trial on the Musta case to abate the nuisance. We received the opinion from the court finding in our favor. Mr. Musta has 4 months to demolish the home. If he fails to do so, the city will demolish it.
Are there any questions? Thank you, city attorney. We will move on to the next agenda and the hearing of the public. The hearings of the public are designated. The second hearing of the public will be for any city business. Upon approaching the podium, please state your name and address. Address the Okay, just gonna stop reading that, I guess.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Eustace Haney, 23805 Hooterville Drive in Roseville. I represent the Rodents for Roseville and the St. Clair Shore Squirrel Society. And I want to talk to you about these here carts that you got. These things. You know, you have declined the population of rodents in this city that people like myself cannot properly eat. And the fellas I got in here, you know what I went through to get these? I want to know what we can do to repeal this here ordinance and get rid of these here cans. My granny can't even move this can. It's bigger than she is. So, how do we get rid of them? What do we do? It's a dumb ordinance.
Is there any
Hello?
comment on that?
I'd like to comment.
Yeah, Marcus first.
You said your granny can't move it, right?
No, sir, it's bigger than she is.
There's 2 wheels on it, so you just gotta tilt it a little and then roll it.
So you want my granny to tilt it and be under here? Because that's what happened to her. She's only like 4'3" and such. Come on now.
All right.
Gotta be a way you can help me. Help my granny.
I have a way to help.
Thank you.
Don't have your granny move your garbage.
Oh, it's not my garbage. It's her garbage,
Well,
honey. She lives right in my backyard in her little own house.
Well then, if it's your house, then you probably should take care of it.
Oh, I got my own can. She's got to take care of her own can. I mean, geez. I love her, but not that much.
Down there. Down there.
Alyssa?
First of all, you probably shouldn't be eating squirrels.
Oh, very, very good for you. Protein and
And
good stuff.
I agree with Sam. You should be helping your grandma with her garbage if she can't move it.
Well, I can't always help her because sometimes I'm at wildlife conventions and such, so.
Marcus Fresh?
Well, one thing that could help your granny out is they have this thing, and it's called a walker. And she could use the walker to help her so she doesn't fall over, and then use the other hand to help roll the garbage can, and she'll use the walker to like keep her balance so she doesn't fall over.
I like your thinking, young man.
Yes, sir.
But when she falls, who am I going to go after and sue? This here city. I just want this ordinance changed. How do we do that?
You could sue the walker people.
Well, I guarantee you're not getting 2 votes from
I'm gonna
down
have
on
to
Hootersville
cut
Lane.
you off there because it's past 3 minutes. So
Well, thank you all for nothing.
you're welcome.
You're welcome.
I ain't sharing no squirrel. I was going to give you each some, but forget it.
That's okay. Thank you. Have a nice day. Next, can we please have the items for discussion by City Council? First would be Alyssa Monsky.
I just want to say thank you to Councilman Frontera for showing me what he does here. And thank you for making this an opportunity as a junior.
Christian Jackson.
I'd just like to say thank you for my councilman for showing me around and what you guys do here. And thank you to Mr. Boise for this experience as well.
Jasmine Stalins.
I'd just like to thank you all for this experience and letting us come in here and do what we do now. I'd like to thank Mayor Robert Taylor and the fellow councilmen for taking us over there and teaching us all of this and how to reply to men walking in with weed bags. And I'd like to thank Councilman Frontera for showing us that there's 6 Pokestops here. Thank you. I'd also like to suggest that for the rest of the year, school is only 3 days a week, and that we change the music in the lobby to 105.1 The Bounce. Thank you.
Next, can we have Alyssa Rogers?
I would like to thank my counterpart, Councilman McCartney, Councilman Frontera, and Councilman Shoemaker. Also, I'd like to recognize the faculty at my school for all the amazing things they do, and our new principal, Mr. Adams, who made great changes to our school. Lastly, special thanks to my lovely mother, who means the world to me. This experience was one of a kind.
Marcus Bryce?
Well, I would like to thank all the councilmen and councilwomen for teaching us up on what we had to talk about up here, and I'd like to thank Mayor Robert Taylor because he gave me his card and told me he would get me out of trouble if I need to. And I'd like to thank Mr. Borzy because you the man, Borzy. That's why. I want to give a shout out to Ms. Pikatowski. I see you back there. And Noah, got you. And just a big thank you to everybody for the day, and it was a good experience. Thank you very much.
Samantha Everett?
I want to thank my family for always being there by my side, and I want to thank Mr. Adams and Mr. Borzy for giving this to the juniors this year so we can have this amazing experience and stuff. And I want to thank the Roseville City Council and Mr. Mayor for protecting and making my city and my home beautiful, and I just want to thank you all, so thank you.
Are they going to do reports or no? Okay. So just a big thank you to everyone who was a part of this, and my family for coming out, and Mr. Adams, Mr. Borzy for giving us this opportunity to the juniors this year, not the seniors. And hopefully it gets bigger and bigger every year and kids get really into it, and it was a great learning experience, and I just want to say thank you. Now I will need a motion for adjournment.
I make the motion for adjournment.
I second that motion.
Okay, the meeting is adjourned.